Hey guys, welcome back to Dream Series number 3. We're going to look at the people that you should cut out of your life. Stay tuned.
I'm the CEO, it's Mega Chop, you already know.
I prefaced in the beginning about some people that we may need to cut out of our lives, which is true. The word of caution that I would have, don't necessarily be too quick to cut people out of your life. Sometimes we do it a bit too soon. Sometimes we do it way too late. So looking at people that we might have to consider spending at least less time with, there are people who are enablers, who seem like they're helping you chase your dream, but they're keeping you where you're at, or maybe even pushing you backwards. Then you have individuals who flat out are dead set on killing dreams because they've had their dreams killed. And then you also have individuals who plant doubt. Are you really supposed to be doing that? Can you really be successful in that? We're going to break all of these down to give you a better idea of what that looks like, what to keep your eyes on as you're interacting with individuals. Enablers. This is an interesting concept because they can seem like a hands-on helper. That's where it gets tricky. So what sets the difference here? Hands-on individuals will help you to a point. They will help you to ensure that you keep moving forward, but they're not going to do everything for you. They're not going to handhold. After all, this is your dream. You need to be the most passionate person in the room about your dream. There may be moments where we need an extra hand up more than normal. That's okay. Where an enabler sets it apart and becomes different is they will step in thinking that they're doing a good thing for you, is what I would like to believe. Out of love, they're like, oh my gosh, they're really struggling. I can't stand to see them struggle. I'm gonna help them. So they hop in and they start doing more and more of the hands-on that you're supposed to be doing. They start to own more of the dream of what's your dream. That's dangerous on a couple different levels. One, it's not their dream. How are they going to take it in the right direction when it's not their dream? The other thing is, what growth are you getting out of it by letting somebody else do it for you? Part of the dream journey is becoming a better individual day by day, step by step, growing, learning, stretching. It's like the rubber band concept where you keep stretching the rubber band, but you don't do it until it breaks. You keep stretching it out so that it can keep stretching further, and then you let it come back and then it stretches further. That's the idea of our growth. We want to continually be able to stretch ourselves further without breaking. And we do that by forging through those difficult times. I have spent plenty of nights where I would have much rather gave up pushing through, because I had to reassess, why am I doing this? What is my goal? What is my vision? And I had to replay that in my head. And I had to think, is this vision worth it? Is this goal, is this dream, is this destination worth it? And it's always yes, it is truly worth it in the end if you're doing it for the right reasons. If it's motivated by reasons that are not good, not healthy, which we can talk about more in a later video, it's probably not going to be worth it. And you're going to be like, meh, I'm dipping. I'll do something else. So if it's worth it, we need that growth to stick through it and forge ourselves continually into a new reformed individual. The enablers steal that from us. They steal that ability to grow and develop and change into the new us that we're intended to be. Because when we look at that big picture, that vision of where we're headed, in that vision, we're not the same person as we are today. We're different. So we have to keep growing to ultimately become what that vision is for our dream. Then we have all-out dream killers. These are unfortunately people, I don't want to paint them in a bad light. I actually hate labels I find labels to be far more damaging than sometimes they are helpful. The only thing is it becomes difficult to try and explain and talk about and reiterate a concept if we don't have some way to explain it in a nice, crisp, clear view. I want to be careful how we talk about dream killers, because dream killers are not bad people. They are individuals who, before they came into our lives or before they became dream killers themselves, they had somebody else kill their dream. I know that I can speak from personal experience. I've had tons of dreams killed. I've had tons of people question my dreams, and it caused me to be like, yeah, okay, that's silly, that's childish, I'm not gonna do it. I've also done that exact same thing to myself because I learned that pattern. Hey, Matt, is this realistic? Is this reasonable? Is this a fair direction to go? Don't you think you're shooting too high? Yikes! How horrible that we think we're shooting too high when it comes to a dream. Our dream should be so big that it scares us. If it doesn't scare us, we're not dreaming big enough. So that's a barometer for you to know. So as we talk about dream killers, honestly, I feel compassion, and it hurts my heart to think of people who have had their dreams killed, because I know from firsthand experience how it feels, and it hurts. I know you know from firsthand experience because it hurts. So I don't want us to come at these people and say, you're a dream killer, get out of my life, or I can't stand you, leave me alone. That's not it, because that type of response is only going to feed it more. We need to respond in love and understand that, okay, I get it. They're super hurt from a dream that they loved. They saw this dream coming to fruition, and it got stolen from them somewhere along the line. So we need to come at them with compassion. Now, if there's somebody that we come at with compassion and we talk to them and we're like, hey, I understand. I'm sorry that you're hurt. I'm sorry that someone crushed your dreams. Listen, it's super important to me to have your support and encouragement as I chase mine. And I want you to chase yours too. What's your dream? Try to pull that dream out of them in that conversation. Try and take that from a negative stance to something positive. Try and help someone else move in the direction of their dream. Even if it's a little bit, let's get the movement going. Where it becomes troublesome or toxic is our favorite word to use right now. If there's something negative, right, it's toxic. And toxic makes sense, because if something's toxic, it's poisonous, it gradually is killing us, it's gradually wearing us down, which is what negativity or when our dreams are being killed and squished, that's what happens to us. So it's a fair term to use. If someone is stuck in that realm, it's probably time to start reducing the time that we spend with them. If it's negatively impacting you, if you're not able to give your significant other your best, if you're not able to give your children your best, or your family or your friends, we need to start weeding out some of those that suck our life away. And hopefully it doesn't get to the point where we have to cut people off, but that is a reality that we reach at some points in some relationships, is just having to cut them off. And I think that's a weighty enough topic that it's fair. I'm going to dig into that deeper in a future video. We'll bring some more content around that. And as a matter of fact, let me know in the comments if you want to have a full video that talks about severing relationships or distancing yourself in relationships, because it's absolutely a touchy topic. We have to be very careful of the last individuals that I talked about, doubt planters. This goes all the way back to the Garden of Eden. Did God really say that? Are you really sure you can accomplish that dream? Are you sure you have what it takes? Are you sure that's not too juvenile? They all sound pretty similar, because it's that same deceptive line of maybe there's some truth in there on some level, but in the end, it's not truthful. It's just going to plant seeds that you start to think to yourself, man, maybe I can't do this. Why am I working so hard? Why am I wasting all this energy if this is really juvenile and I'm just going to be made fun of? If that was a reason to stop chasing a dream, I would have stopped this content creation forever ago. As a grown man who has a wife and kids, there's a bit of a persona out there, if you're a video game streamer, that you should probably grow up and be a man. And I got a message for people who have that message. I get it. I understand. And I'm sorry that you feel that way. But I will let you know that I've actually now achieved being a man. I have grown up because I've realized that chasing your dream is what becoming a man, is what becoming a woman is all about. I'm growing into who I am supposed to be. We are all uniquely created to do something that no one else can do. I'm doing something that no one else can do the way that I'm doing it. People can say the same words, but it's not the same. You have something uniquely created for you to do that no one else will be able to accomplish the way you can. And I hope you understand that, because that's where we need to get you, so that when individuals who try to plant doubt, it doesn't go anywhere. You're like, oh, yeah, I get it. I hear what you're saying. I don't accept it. I hear what you're saying out of respect as a human being. I don't accept it because it's not true. Let me help you understand why. Or sometimes we just smile and nod and continue on with our day. That can be the best way to respond in some of these situations, and then just let it slide right off our back. And if it's hard to let it slide right off your back, that's where we transition to our first set of people, our hands-on individuals, our moral supporters. Who can we talk to be like, hey, somebody said this and it started to stick. I started to doubt what I was doing. Help me break free from that, so that we can just push that to the side and continue going in the direction that we need to. I hope this video was incredibly helpful for you. Make sure you click like, subscribe, hit that bell for notifications, because next week we are going to be going in Dream Series number 3. So make sure that you don't miss it. I look forward to seeing you guys next time.